SS1. This practical I'm about to do now is for SS1 of Top Smart International Academy. Now, like I have shown you and draw and explain some things to you in the classroom, I am here to perform some practical on what we call simple farm tools. You know, where we are talking about simple farm tools, I was unable to get you some tools in which you will see physically, but I believe you all draw all those things that I draw on the board that day. Now, there are some day-to-day activities that are being carried on in the farm, which we call cultural practices. But among those cultural practices, I told you that there are some tools that are being needed when we talk about pre-planting operation and post-planting operation. Now, I would like to introduce those tools one after the other for you, in which some of them you are comfortable with them. The number one thing is hoe. Like I've told you before that we have different types of hoe. Now, hoe, like you all know, that is meant for weeding and it's also meant for cultivation. Then we equally have what we call cutlass. And like I've said, that another name for cutlass, we call it machete. And why in Igbo land you people call it knife? Some call it big knife, some call it small knife, but we call it cutlass or machete. And we have different types of it. Then we equally have what we call hammer. This hammer is used to nail into a wood. Then we equally have what we call hand fork. Hand fork. Now, hand fork is being used to break some manure, some soil cloud into the soil. Like for example, you drop your animal dung or your manure on your farmland. You will use this hand fork to make sure the manure goes inside the soil. Then we also have what we call hand towel. This thing is used for transplanting. You can use it to carry one plant from one nursery plant to the permanent site. Then we have what we call file. It is used to sharpen our machete. It is used to sharpen our machete. Then we equally have what we call tape measure. Like I have told you earlier on, I think last time I taught you what we call surveying implements. Now I told you that one of those things that we are needed when measuring a land or when measuring a farmland is measuring tape. And we have different types of measuring tape. Now, like the one I'm holding here can equally be used in the farm. And this measuring tape is a good example in which we can use to measure our farm land. Then we equally have what we call ranging hoe. Ranging hoe. Some of you do call it javelin. No, this is not javelin. Ranging hoe range from 4.2 to 4.8 meter. And I told you the function of ranging hoe. It's just for you to make sure that the land that you are about to measure is in good view. That is, what I mean in good view is that you know that you are on the straight line, just like the way you use your ruler. But ranging hoe in the sense that it is being used during farm surveying. All these things that I've shown you, I will equally show you the experiment. Then we equally have what we call brooding knife. Brooding knife. It is used to cut off any so long branches of tree if you cannot use cutlass. Then we equally have what we call wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow. it is used to carry our harvested crops, and you can equally use it to transport some heavy plants from your house to the farm. Then we equally have what we call head pan, which can be used to transfer crop from one nursery bed to their permanent sites, and it can also be used to carry harvested crops. Then we have what we call watering can. I told you when I was teaching you people ornamental plant that we use this thing to irrigate our crops or our ornamental plants. And I told you that irrigation is a artificial pumping of water, addition of water into our farm land. Now I am going to show you how watering can is being used. Watering can, when you put water into it, or one of the reason why we use watering can is that at times there's what we call liquid fertilizer. If you can equally use watering can to add fertilizer into your crops. For example, if you have liquid fertilizer, you can put it into it, mix it with water, then you now pour it on that certain part of plant. For example, leeks. You can see that now I'm watering all this can. You can see the way it goes. You can see the way it goes. You can see the way it goes. And with time, if you continue watering all your ornamental plants, you will see that they will give you what we call a very fine color and a very fine shape. Wait. Now, when we talk about brooding knife, we say we use it to cut branches of tree. That is, branches of tree that are very long. For example, I am about to cut this branch of tree, and I will just show you how it is being done. You can see the way I cut it with brooding knife. Here, that we use this to trim our crops, especially our ornamental plants. Like if your flower at all is growing too much, you can use this to trim it so that you will use them to control it. Like for example, see what I am doing. I am trimming all these flowers. That ranging pole and tape, measuring tape are used for measuring farmland. And this is a good example. Why do we put this ranging pole here? It's for us to get how straightened the land is. So that if you are measuring a contour land, as in a land that has hill, that's what I mean. This ranging pole will enable you to see the direction of the land that you are measuring. I hope with this you understand what ranging pole is meant for and measuring tape.